Hi everyone, welcome back to Plum Mashable. So I have some more Lawn Fawn here. This is some of the summer 2022 release. So let's go ahead and see what I got. I reckon, honestly, this is probably the least I've ever gotten from a new release. But I kind of topped that up with some stuff from older releases that I hadn't got yet. So I probably spent about the same. This is mostly new stuff, but there is a little bit of old stuff. So I'm going to start with the oldies, and then we're going to have a look at the new stuff. So, have a frog. This, I don't know why I didn't get this in the last release. I kind of looked at the two. So they released, this is year 12. They released year 11, which was the little planet that said, sorry, I forgot your birthday, I didn't plan it that way. This one is the little cute parrot, and it says apparently it's your birthday. I just think that's gorgeous, and I don't know why I didn't get it last time, but I love the little parrot in the hat, and I just, yeah, had to pick that up. So that was still in, this is all from Hobby Hoppers, that was still in the store from the last release. Some of this other stuff is stuff that Trish has had to order in special. So these are two others that are from an old release that I didn't get before, and I know why I didn't, but I keep seeing people use them, and that kind of inspires me to go get them. I think that's one of my not favorite things. It's something I really love about Lawn Fawn, especially when you see just what I got from this collection, from this release, sorry. There is a lot that I didn't get. Because what I do is, can I imagine using it in 4 different ways? Yes, I can, no, I can't. If I can't get 4 cards out of it, I don't get it. And a lot of the time, especially with the new stuff, it's not going away anytime soon. Unless it's a special edition, you can always get it next time, get it later, do what I did with the parrot. You just get a little bit later than that. So anyway, this is the Simple Stripes background die diagonal. And I also got the portrait. There is also a landscape, but I don't tend to make too many landscape cards, so I thought this was a good way to start. I love the diagonals. It gives me the stitching on the outside that I love. It gives me the ability to use some colours. I can use some of my scraps up. That's more what I'm thinking here. And then I also got the portrait ones. You can also use this landscape, but obviously it's just going to be the short ones, not the long ones. Very excited to have those. Like I said, have been wanting to get them for a while, been waiting for a release where I had some money left over, and this was just one of them. This is something, did you guys remember me mentioning a couple weeks ago? I was looking for frame dies. I swear Trish was listening, and she ordered some when she got the new stuff. So these are the stitched rectangle frames. I don't know, I saw them in the shop and I was like, yes, Trish, you've been listening, thank you. And so I grabbed them. I will have to play with these. I'm excited to see how I can make some cool cards with this, but I've wanted one of those ones for ages. And this was the last one out of the old, just the last release, I think. Yes, this is the, what's it called, Slimline Picket Fence Border. I got the big picket fence, and I really, really like it. I wanted the Slimline one as well. The cool thing about the Slimline one is it works really well also on a standard size card, and you can just cut it down. So I'm very happy to have that one. This one goes with, actually, I'll come back to that one. Trish ordered me in the dies. This is Frosty Fairy Friends. She ordered me in the dies a little while ago. The stamps were out of stock, so she just put this one on back order. Frosty Fairy Friends have got your little winter fairies. I really don't, the fairies are great. I will use the fairies. I want it for this one. I want it for the little house, and you'll see another house pop up later. But I also really like the sentiments in here. So we wish you a fairy Christmas. So for me, for summer, because we're in Australia and we have summer Christmases, I can use the regular fairies and just go, we wish you a fairy Christmas, and just do them in Christmas colours. What's wrong with that? There is a little snow and little Christmas lights and stuff in here, but I thought this one would work for summer, even though it is a winter fairy. And this is the last old thing that Trish ordered in for me. This is the Stitched Rainbow. When this came out, I wanted it, but I didn't get it. I thought, no, I'll leave it. I'll get it next time, and next time, and the next time, and then it was always sold out. So Trish ordered it in special for me. I have the Lawn Fawn Rainbow, and they're very, very similar, except this one obviously has the stitching detail. But the thing that I like about this one is that it cuts all of the arcs out separately, whereas the other one I have to cut them all out at once. So I really like the fact that I can now use some of my scraps, again, stash busting. I can use some of my scraps to cut out just one pink one if that's all I've got. So I was very happy, and I have an idea to do something with this card on a platform pop-up with something that's in here. This one directly correlates to something in here. This is the stitched pond. Is it the frames or is it just the pond? I think it's just the pond. No, this one's the frame. I also have the stitched pond coming. I've got it from Dawn because Trish had this one in stock and Dawn had that one in stock. I want to use this to make a pool because there's some floaty friends coming up in this release. I saw them do it on the release video and I was just like, yeah, no, I need that. I'm a pool girl, I'm a summer girl, I'll always go for that. So that's the beginning of my shakers. The only thing that I didn't get, the only thing that wasn't Lawn Fawn that I grabbed was I grabbed some extras of the Uniquely Creative squares and strips. Whenever I get Uniquely Creative, or most of the time, I'll pop these in as well. I forgot last time, and when Trish had them, I just figured I'll just grab some from her. I like these. I like the squares, and I like this. The strips are actually fantastic, especially for making shakers. Okay, let's have a look at some new Lawn Fawn. Where the heck do we start? I'm going to start with the one that surprised me. I hadn't seen a video for this one anywhere, and when it was there this morning, I just went, oh. So this one is the Croc My World. I love the little crocodile. He's really cute, and he does really well with Australian stuff. I think this was like a Black Friday special or a gift with purchase. I love that now they bring out some of the gift with purchases because there's a lot of us who support stores, especially here in Australia, where we can't get, we can buy from Lawn Fawn, but it costs a lot more money and the shipping's insane. We can't often get our hands on the freebie that comes when you purchase a certain amount, and I will always purchase enough to get that. Just let me put that into context. So I love that they're starting to bring these out as sort of extras in later releases. So this is Croc My World. I just love the sentiment, you croc my world. And I just love the little guy, he's so cute. I'm going to leave this one to last because it's got a story behind it. This is the All the Dots paper pack. I wasn't going to open it, but I am. Okay, so there we go. So this is the All the Dots 6.5 inch petite paper pack. What I love about this is that you have these gorgeous fizzy spots, which you'll see as I flick through here. But you also have these cute lined ones, which I just think give a completely different look. Really love that blue. I think that'll look really pretty behind some skies even, just for something a bit more abstract. But I have some ideas for the pink and the purple for maybe some jam. Something. So just stay tuned for that one. But yeah, I always get the paper pack, so it wasn't really a surprise. The other thing I usually always get are the stencils. So this is the Lots of Stars background stencil and the paint splatter. There is another one that's a Sunray, but it's really, really similar to a Hero Arts one. I think it's a Hero Arts one that I already have. So I just figured you don't need two. The Stars one is one of the ones I haven't seen on the video yet. I think it was on today's and I've been out and about, so I haven't had an opportunity. But I love that these are a layering set, so you can use one set of stars, you can use both sets of stars, or you can just use the other set of stars, depending on how many stars you want. Also gives you a cool way to do two completely different colours of stars if you want to do like maybe a set of gold and a set of silver with all your texture pastes, etc, etc. Love Lawn Fawn stencils, was always going to get that one. Pardon me. This was one that, there's a lot of art stuff in this release. I got very little of it. I got this and I got one and that's it. This is the paint splatter background. And I thought it was cool, not to use so much for the paint splatters, but I have an idea again for jam, even to use this as big like water splashes behind a swimming pool, you know, ideas. Doesn't have to be paint. It's anything that splatters, and I love splatters, so was very happy to get that one, even though I didn't get too much of the other art stuff. The only art thing I did really get was this one. Where's the other one? This one here, which is called Just Add Glitter. This is sort of like the crafty one. I don't know why this didn't appeal to me as much as I think I thought it would, but I sort of looked at it. I love the mice. I have to have it for the mice, and I love that they're crafting. And for my crafty friends, I can definitely see myself making some of these. But you've got your little glue and your glitter and your scissors, and I do love this little table. And this table will work for lots of other critters. It doesn't have to be this one. And I do love the sentiments. When in doubt, just add glitter and hope your day sparkles. I also love this one that says I arted. There's lots of fun puns coming in, some other ones here. Let's go with the puns while we're here. This one is just, I think this may be my favourite. This one's called Dad Jokes. And so these ones are obviously getting ready for Father's Day, which I think is earlier in the States. Here in Australia, it's not until September. But these are very, very cute. So you've got the 4 little birds, 2 with ties, which just looks so super cute. And then you have these cute dad jokes. So why did the bike fall over? It was too tired. And this is my favourite. What is brown and sticky? A stick. I love it. And then it also has these cute little ones. Dad jokes are how I roll. I roll, get it? There's also one that says cricket and snorts, which I just dad jokes are fantastic. These are just really cute. I'm really happy to have that one. And they kind of go along with this set here that's called Simply Celebrate Critters. Now you've seen the Simply Celebrates. I know I've used them before. I know there's a Simply Celebrate Summer, Spring, Winter. I don't know if there's an autumn. I know I have the spring. No, I don't. I have the summer and the winter. I think I need to get the other one. I think there's a Simply Celebrate Christmas that I have. This is Simply Celebrate Critters, and it's got some cats, some dogs, some mice, some birds, and some rabbits, all in a line. And you can obviously keep them in a line. That's what they're there for. Really simple cards with this one. Or you can put little speech bubbles on top of them. And in those little speech bubbles, you have happy birthday, let's celebrate, you're so awesome, hip hip hooray, and you are the best. But then these dad jokes fit perfectly in here as well. As do this one, which is the Simply Celebrate Critters add-on, which has happy birthday, how meow you doing, you're pawsome, I'm just picking some of these, you are so mice, you're a Gouda one, you are so fly for the birds, somebody loves you, and then you've got some more sort of plain ones, which is thank you so much, grateful for you, thinking of you, miss you, good luck. I do love the Simply Celebrates. They're really, really, really good for making very quick and simple cards. And I think those critters are going to be absolutely gorgeous. Okay, where do I go next? I'm going to go with the Tea Party. Let's have a play with the Tea Party. So we have, this one's called Triffic Day. And we've got this cute little tea stump. And you've got your your fancy little critters who are having their little tea party. So you've got a little hedgehog, a little fox, and a little squirrel, and they are very similar to the other foxes, squirrels, and hedgehogs in the Lawn Fawn family. You've got your little macaroon, you've got sugar, and a little teacup, and then your Tea-rific, you're my best tea, you're my cup of tea, sending you positivity. I just think that's really cute. I do love too that they're wearing little top hats, and there is a very cute little mushroom that's going to fit with a lot of other Lawn Fawn mushrooms. And then there is an add-on to that one. This one's called Tea-rific Day add-on. You get a cake, and you get a little cake stand, plus you get the rabbit and the mouse. Now the rabbit and the mouse I actually like better than the fox, the squirrel, and the hedgehog. So therefore I had to have this one. And I also love that this one's got happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you. It's time to party. I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. And then staying in that vein, we have this one that is this is the tree house. This is another one I haven't seen the video yet, but I knew I wanted it. I don't generally go with the dies. I'm generally pretty good with just staying with the stamps. But I really love the tree house that's in that Frosty Fairy Friends. And this is just another kind of tree house that I think would be really cute for setting some scenes. So you've got the little tree house, the foliage and stuff. You've got some flowers, some windows, and a little cloud. I just think that's really, really cute, and I cannot wait to use that in a card. This was the only of the big sentiments I got this time. They did have a few, but this was the only one I got. This is the giant hooray. Hooray is just good for lots of different things. Hooray for babies, hooray for weddings, hooray for the graduations, hooray for getting a new job, hooray for whatever. I just like the big hooray, and I thought that would be very, very useful. I'm coming back to the pool. I want to talk about this one. Now this release, you guys all know that I'm a bit sporty. I don't look sporty, but I am sporty. I love sports. So I think most people, including Trishy Pants, because she told me this, thought that I would be just absolutely 150%, yes, I'm getting the Tiny Friends. This is the Tiny Sports Friends. I didn't actually get this to begin with. Trish didn't talk me into it, but she made me see the way that I could use this, and I was perhaps a little short-sighted. Had I not seen it in person when I went and picked it up, I probably wouldn't have got this. I wouldn't have gone back. It would be one that I would be happy to wait and get later. But like I said, she kind of showed me some ways that I could definitely use this. Now, I am in Australia. The sports that I follow are AFL football, cricket, tennis, netball, what else did I say? Cricket, netball, AFL, swimming, like those kind of sports. And the sports that are here are baseball, football, American football, soccer, and basketball. Now, when I looked at this, I'm like, well, I'm not going to use the baseballers, because when you look at, like, we don't use the big mitts, like the wicketkeeper does, but we don't use the big mitts, and we definitely don't use the big long bats like that, and we don't hold it up. So I kind of was like, well, I'm not really going to use the baseballers. The football players have helmets, and that to me confused, like, when I look at that, I just think they're not AFL players. You can't kind of make that work. Although the football is more Australian football than I thought when I looked at it originally. The soccer we can obviously use. I don't really have a lot of people in my family or that like or play soccer, but I can use it. And the basketball, I do have friends that play basketball, and you can kind of a little bit do basketball and netball. And what Trish pointed out to me is that the football players, like the soccer players, sorry, can be AFL players. They look a little different, but they could be if I wanted them to be. With the football going back, I could make it work. And I could definitely make even the basketball players work as football players if I wanted to. There are ways I can use this. I just need to be a bit more creative. And this is the only one in a long time that I have bought that doesn't meet my, I can think of 4 cards to make straight away. It's the only one. And I'm interested to see if maybe I can challenge myself to make 4 cards using this. I can make 4 cards, don't get me wrong. I can make them. But 4 cards that I mean to make, if that makes any sense. I don't like making cards and just them having to sing my stash for 6 years, because that's not helpful. Alright, last but not least, I think this is the part that I'm the most excited about for this one, because I can see so many cards using this. This is the pool party set. Like I said, I love pools. This is why I got the pond. I'm a swimmer. I love the water. I will always love the water. I love that these little critters are floating in the water. So you've got your little inner tube, you've got your towel, which you don't have to use as a towel, you could use it as a floaty in the pool too. You've got your beach ball, your little thongs, and you've got your snorkel mask. Then you've got your relaxing unicorn, sloth, alpaca / llama, and cat. They're just so cute. And I have so many ideas. I have so many ideas on pool scenes where these guys are floating around. I have shakers, I have mazes, I have rainbows. Don't ask me on the rainbows. I just have so many, and I love this just floating by to say, and I think that would work not just with a pool, but with like maybe up in the clouds or up in the sky. Use your imagination a little bit. But then you've also got your make it splash, have a magical, relaxing, happy birthday, etc. I just think it's gorgeous. I love these little wavy things as well. That inner tube. There's a lot more critters that can go on these inner tubes than just that one. And then last but not least, I couldn't resist this one. This is the stitched ripple backdrop. I just love that water look. It's so good, and for something simple, but it also, I reckon you could pull this off for wind as well. I don't have the swirly windy backdrops. I've actually been kind of slack on backdrops until this release. So I think I can use this in a couple of different ways. I think it would also look really good as sand, just as a side thing. So there we go. That's everything that I got from Hobby Hoppers this time. There is a mix of old and new there, and that's my favourite thing. Like I said, you don't have to buy all the Lawn Fawn when it comes out. I know I do. I know I tend to buy all the Lawn Fawn. You don't have to. If you can't think of ways to use it, or you're not going to have time, this is where I shouldn't buy so much. If you're not going to have time, maybe it's a good idea to not buy as much. But definitely, if you see something that you like and you go, yeah, I'd really like that, but maybe I can wait for that one. And that's what I did with a couple of the other giant sentiments. Like there was a giant Go Team and a giant Your Number One. I would probably use both, but I don't need them right now. I can wait a little bit longer, and then the next time I've got a couple of extra bucks or something I don't want the whole of a next release, I can get it. It's a little bit the same as a stitched teapot that would look really cute with the tea party. I'm just not a tea person, so it doesn't make much sense. But I can still imagine using it, and I might want it later on like I did the pond. Always stuff to keep in mind. Lawn Fawn's not going to run out of these ones anytime soon. So if you don't get them all in one go, you can always add them in slowly later. So that's it for this video. I hope you guys did enjoy it. Please give me that big old thumbs up. If you did, don't forget to subscribe, and please let me know if there's a collection here or a card idea that I've mentioned that you'd like to see first. Hope you guys have an absolutely awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you again in my next video. Sending lots of huggles! Bye!